All-Star Showdown. The rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Coming out with it, it's Wall. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So Texas offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either...
He's going to take a shot right away. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Buck. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Got his man. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on second down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up of 2.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle team.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to slam it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
Man, I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On target over the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice-looking catch, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Texas! Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From the gun, the running back has it.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Got his man in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Working that left side now. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Turning it on! Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's first and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Looking for his man. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Let's send the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But That could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Wants to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Finds his big tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. Give to the running back. Fights off a defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. out of the gun to give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, the Lone Star Showdown is among the most bitter rivalries in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Texas A&M and Texas plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's open on the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the boot, looking for his man. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Off the RPO, complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And you find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle to give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Making side adjustments here. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's calling.
They'll try the run. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. From the gun, looking for a man. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just keep slinging it. It's complete to the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat.
Yeah, and that's a big stop on this defense because now you've got this offense in a predictable situation. It's 4th and goal. We got to get the touchdown, but now we got to put the ball in the air.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Big fella moving. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And the Aggies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll give it on the counter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game. Try to...
There he goes! And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Still looking on the move. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They just keep firing. Finds his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. The latest edition of this tradition-rich rivalry ends with the Aggies saying howdy to a victory over the despised Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.